What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This one gonna be Their Comeback Show Was a Failure by Poetic Flacco. It's about Ebro, you know what I'm saying? The boy got fired from Hot 97. You know, me personally, not too big of a fan of Ebro. You know what I'm saying? Never have been. To me, he just always came off as a hater. But yeah. And that's coming from a nigga that is, well renowned as a hater sometimes. So
Rosenberg and Laura Stiles finally did their first episode of their independent podcast since being fired from Hot 97. I got through it. I watched the whole thing. And quite frankly, it's one of the... Ebro...
Yeah.
Rosenberg and Laura Stiles finally did their first episode of their independent podcast since being fired from Hot 97. I got through it. I watched the whole thing. And quite frankly, it's one of the saddest things I've ever watched on YouTube. I don't know what I was expecting before I watched it, but I wasn't expecting two boomers to try to relive the old days as they try to out-delusion the other person. They're still unable to admit their show got canceled because nobody was watching it. It did no numbers. It was a bad show. Production was trash. But before their first episode, Rosenberg actually tweeted that it was Hot 97's fault and they were holding them back. They're the reason why they weren't doing any numbers and the show was what it was. So on the first episode, you would think they would actually try harder to give us a better product that they were already giving us at Hot 97 since it was Hot 97's fault. But in fact, you actually seen that Hot 97 was the reason why the show had some level of respectability because them doing a show on their own was actually embarrassing. You would think that if they had all the time in the world to prepare for their first show, they would do at least some pre-show production, but they did none. Like, I remember at some point, Ebro was trying to pull up a tweet. The tweet never came on the screen. He was looking in his phone to find a tweet. It was dead air for like 2 minutes. Like, it was just
Not
unprofessional.
like
I jumped on X because that's where the cesspool.
Oh, it's the worst I've ever seen.
No, it's so good though. It's so good. So I put up a tweet. Let me see.
They're putting zero effort into this show. Zero, like absolutely no effort whatsoever. I don't even think they talked before the show. I don't think they did production notes. I don't even think they discussed what they were going to discuss during the show. They came and started to wing it, which is just disrespectful to the audience. And they'll be fine. I guess it's your first show. You're faking it out. But when you come online and state that High 97, who provide you guys with producers, with pre-show notes, with researchers, to say that they was holding you back and you guys are about to provide even more quality show. You guys are about to do crazy numbers, and High 97 didn't know what they were doing. And then your first show, you show exactly why you got fired because you didn't know what you was doing and you didn't care about the show at all. And you...
This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, because even saying that Hot 97 was holding y'all back, Hot 97 the reason y'all got a platform in general. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's looking up Ebro in the morning because they really is waiting to hear what Ebro got to say. Nobody's doing that. No. And then, hey man, good luck to them. But realistically, I don't even think they're gonna do all right on their own without a radio station to their name and a company on their back to, pushing it forward. I doubt it's moving.
Provided little to no effort.
And like I said, that's my opinion. I've never tapped into Ebro's opinion or nor cared about his opinion. But hey man, we gonna see where he go. But I've been seeing this shit and it's been so hilarious
whatsoever.
But happy Hanukkah, my one-time pal. I truly wish you well, even if you're celebrating what you believe is our demise. Spoiler alert, we're about to be much bigger now that we won't be held back by a company that is and has been completely lost ever since they bought the station.
These people...
I need a soundboard so bad. Oh my god, bro. Hey, somebody leave me a good soundboard because I need to stop the cap. Because what are we talking about?
People were so disrespectful to their audience, they didn't even plug in their sound system into their computer. When they wanted to make sound effects like ear horns, etc., they were playing it from out the computer speaker. And the audience could barely hear it whatsoever. Like, this is the top...
I don't have a soundboard, as I just said. And I'm saying I need one. And they have the nerve to... That's like me playing the Stop the Cap soundbite from my phone. That's embarrassing, gang. Ain't y'all niggas, like, supposed to be millionaires? This shit gets sadder and sadder.
tier
And like, bro, y'all think this shit a game for real? Hold on, bro. Cause I was just talking with my brother about this shit, bro. Check this shit out, bro. Hold on. Oh damn. You know what? Let's pull up a Cardinal. Let's pull up a Cardinal. And all right, there we go. All right. All right, check this shit out, bro. So Ebro in the morning, right? That's his YouTube, okay? And this shit is just so crazy to me. I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, look, I'm no big channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm not clouded up. I got 100 subscribers, so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate everybody that subscribe. You guys are the best. But let's look at this now. Okay, this is this guy's channel, bro. Ebro in the morning. Okay. My guy has 676 subscribers. Like, you got to understand the platform this man had. And even with an academic shout out, he has 676 subscribers. And I don't even want to do it, but we got to do it. Let's just, these are the comments. By the way, all these subscribers and all these views, they all came from an academic stream, apparently. This is crazy. It's crazy. Like, you hate to see it, but I mean, genuinely, it's really, like I said, I can't remember the last time I clicked on a Hot 97 video in general, but it's just not, it just wasn't entertaining. It wasn't up to cut with everything else going on. There's more entertaining sources of the same type of content. But I mean, even then, I feel like he wasn't even trying to make it as good as the rest of the ones that started at the same point as Hot 97. I don't get it, bro. Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, shit's insane.
quality that Hot 97 was holding us back from.
Very good point. Do I have an air horn?
Like, what are we talking about?
That's fair. You're right. That doesn't mean that.
Our sound effects are trash in this new iteration.
Oh, man. Well, it's early. It's day one.
Speaking of day one, on day one, the literal first show, first off, why don't you guys have a studio yet? Why aren't y'all in studio doing this? But their co-host, the third host of this show, Laura Stiles, she called into the show. She joined the show from an airplane.
I saw it this morning.
Okay, so Saturday night into Sunday, 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Laura,
mute
yourself,
mute
Laura.
your phone real quick.
Just listen to us. Here.
Nah, you can't make this up. That's like somebody got to get this on like a cartoon comedy right now. Cause no way you just joined in an airplane and you got some shit chirping in the background, bro. That's disrespect. No.
Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here, bro? If you have even an iota of respect for your audience, things like this don't happen. Also, y'all been in media for I don't know how long. Peter Rosenberg brags about how when Joe Budden needed a podcast studio for his podcast, he provided the studio for Joe Budden and he helped Joe Budden get his podcast up. You can't provide a studio for you, Ebro and Laura Stiles. You can't provide a space for y'all to film this. Why y'all filming this virtually? Why? It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever if the quality is this poor. Right? This feels like a live stream. It don't even feel like a podcast, to be honest with y'all. But once you get past the horrible production, you then have to overcome the absolute delusional takes here. This entire show was nothing but coping. One of the most delusional takes I think I heard was when they claimed that the podcasters and YouTubers like Vlad TV and academics and others, that they're only critiquing them or celebrating their show ending because DJ Academics and Vlad TV wants to take their spot on radio, that, you know, they're only happy a slot has opened up and Vlad TV and DJ Academics would be first in line to host a Hot 97 show. They don't seem...
Like you said, the delusion is just astronomical, out of this world. What... I feel like it's not even worth debating a take like that. That's got to be some form of just rage bait right there. He's rage baiting us. He's trying to rage bait us into caring about their new show. Okay, because Vlad and Ack want to be on radio. Two people that have shit on radio, by the way, and said that it's a dying platform. That's,
To understand, the reason why people don't like him is because they use their position for evil. They use their position not to unite, right? Not to build relationships. They use their position to terrorize and attack people like Vlad TV and academics on air for years. And for years, they were the big dogs. They were in a position in a culture to where they were up here and Vlad and academics was down here, and they did nothing but trash them. But when now they're celebrating their downfall, they're celebrating them, their fall from grace. They're now saying that the reason why Ak and Vlad is celebrating their fall from grace is not because they spent the last 5 to 10 years attacking Vlad TV and academics. It's because Vlad TV and academics wants their slot opened up so they could also be employed by Hot 97. I can almost guarantee you 150% academics and Vlad TV isn't lining up to be employed for $50,000 a year by Hot 97.
You don't have to repeat that.
Ebro and Rosenberg employed for almost 2 decades, even though they were never the top show in their market and were probably unprofitable their last 10 years. And the day they get let go, the first thing they do is trash the company instead of being appreciative for what the company did for them. That ungrateful attitude is what keeps employees like this forever employees. They'll say the same thing about the next company that fires them. And I wrote, hey, nothing but gratitude. Get off my nuts. I should. That's not what I need to have. That's not out there.
Wait, what did...
He thought that shit was hard. He thought that shit. And then when it came out, he was like, "Oh shit, that ain't come out as hard as I thought it would." Let me. Nah, that's not what us.
We do.
We trashed the these guys are obsessed, bro. It really does. It does.
Nah, they gunning. No, what they are is they're gunning for slots. They licking boots and gunning for slots.
It's worth seeing the clip. How could it possibly? The context is there. Flacco explained it. He said exactly what it was, but somehow it's still worth seeing the clip. Damn. I mean, the fall from grace is just disgusting, my nigga. You done sat across from all of these people.
It says blood. That's why it says blood in the water, bro. They licking boots and gunning for slots because if you're any of these guys, you would love to have access to the artists and the frequency and the brand in some way, shape, or form, and the floodgates are open, right? And by the way, they're gonna be trying stuff up there as they should. They try new talent, give people shots. Like all of that should be a go. I think. No.
What do you mean, to try for it?
Yeah,
they're not gonna put a 55-year-old white cop on the air. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense.
DJ Vlad was actually the one who tweeted that out. And Vlad was right. They got paid for 20 years. They stayed on the air longer than they probably should have. Their show stopped being relevant a while ago, but they continue to get paid. And they got treated really well. But as soon as they left the company, they began to trash the company. But when they responded back, responded back as if like, delusional. We trashed the company. Oh, now y'all bootlicking. Right? These people are delusional. They said with a straight face, they scoff at the idea that they trashed Hot 97 after they got fired. They scoffed at the idea and claimed that Vlad TV is bootlicking because Vlad wants a job at Hot 97. It's as if the internet don't exist. It's as if we didn't see Ebro drop a 5-minute video saying the owners who took over Hot 97 don't know what they're doing, right? They're trying to cozy up to President Trump, trying to cozy up to build a casino.
It's like they don't know. It's like they don't even see their own numbers. You can't lie to us, gang. We can look at their track record and see they weren't pulling views. Like I just showed y'all, we can look at Ebro's new show that he's trying to funnel people to, his own personal channel, and we can see you guys are not pulling views. I get you're just starting off, you're just starting. If your show was in that high demand, right, and it was that much of a hit on Hot 97, and it has nothing to do with the station, it has nothing to do with the company behind them, why are you not pulling even close to that amount of demand? Like, at the end of the day, there has to be demand for what you're putting out. And with as long of a career y'all have had, compared to others that have had the same type of career, if Charlamagne left the Breakfast Club today, I guarantee you, if he starts a YouTube channel, niggas gonna flop. Because that's Charlamagne. We don't care about what Ebro got to say. But he can't take that.
Right? They don't want real voices. They don't want people on the left. They essentially painted the new owners as spineless, courageousless, brainless culture vultures. And they scoff at the idea that they trashed the company on the way out, as if we didn't see this video.
Bro's a casino owner. You know those 3 licenses that they got here in New York City for the casinos? The guy that owns the shit owns one of the casinos licenses. He got to raise $500,000, bro. $500 million, excuse me. They need my shit talking anti-Netanyahu, anti-government, progressive shit out the way, bro. They need me out the way. They trying to get to these bags that these VCs got, raise some capital. They don't really care, like, especially for like a Hot 97 and a WBLS. They don't give a f about hip hop or black music or black community. They don't give a f about none of that.
On top of saying that,
Bruh, it's a shame. It's a shame, really, because it's like, he could have really locked in and, took it the right way, took it as that. Like, all right, bro, you clearly just stopped giving a fuck. You was getting your show from the station every time. You was racking up. You the project manager, whatever. Like, you was getting what you got. And you clearly just got comfortable, didn't really care about pushing forward, didn't care about elevating what everybody else didn't care about evolving your content that y'all are putting out. And this is what happens. You fell behind, and so now you get laid off. And instead of really like taking that wake-up call, this man said, yeah, bro, it's my political opinions, since I don't really, I'm anti-government or whatever. I've never seen this man's take. I've never seen on no Twitter feed of mine, I've never seen him on a trending page once talking about anything political, but they want to get you out the way. They not worried about you, twin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're the ones holding back your show. You then go on and state that they don't care about black people, they don't care about black music, they don't care about the black community, and they are owners of a hip hop radio station, and you don't see that as how you're down talking them or talking ish about them on your way out. Of course you see it as that. right? Like, if you don't see it anyway other than, we're talking trash about these people on our way out, you're delusional. It's simple as that. You are delusional. But that's the consistent theme of that particular show. These people talked and bloviated for an hour and 30 minutes, just blowing smoke up each other's behind, just being more delusional than the other. It was insane, right? It sucked. And one of the nastiest parts, I think, of this episode was when they pulled up a private DM between Ebro and Drake. Now, one thing, I don't care, bruh. If somebody cuss me out in my DMs, I treat private DMs as private, right? If me and you are having a private DM, me coming online or me coming on my podcast and leaking that and showing that, I think that's kind of crazy. Right? I think that's nasty. I think that's weird behavior. But they were pulling out every stop in the book to make this show go viral, and nothing hit because the show is currently sitting at 5,000 views.
Die slower. We got some shit for you. Ebro replies, relax. You're salty about losing to Kendrick. You're not mad at me. Love, bro. No, it's a good response. Honestly, I think it's great. That's a really good response.
He's not mad at me. Why would you be mad at me? Mad at me for what?
I think it's great. That's a really good response.
He's not mad at me.
Why would a good response?
This is a good response. Relax. You're salty about losing to Kendrick. You're not mad at me. Love, bro. Bro, I need y'all to understand, like, okay, any of y'all that thinks this is a good response, I'm sorry, you lost me, twin, because in any context, another nigga texts you, die slower, pussy. We got some shit for you, and you respond with anything that ends in love, bro, and you could be the most peace love. That's some shit I would expect Diddy to respond with. Like that, like I don't, why are you responding like that?
Honestly, I think it's great.
Either
That's
just
a really
don't
good
respond
response.
at that point.
He's not mad at me. Why would you be mad at me? Mad at me?
Like
For what?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad if you ain't trying to like, get on that level and fucking get all petty with the nigga. But it's like responding with some lame ass shit like that and then ending it with love, bro. Come on, bro.
Stop. He's definitely
Come
mad at
on,
you,
man.
and he's been mad at you. Why?
He's 100% mad at you.
Yes.
Why would he send that?
Mad at me
Y'all
for
been
what? What did I do?
rifting.
And you surpassed
It's
me.
literally, it's the most loose DM he's ever sent you. That's crazy.
No, that's. And by the way, if I were you, I would do what Drake would do. Sue. Feels like a threat.
Oh shit.
Feels like a threat. Yo, die.
It feels like a threat.
He said die, and then we got some shit for you.
If they don't get this girl in the airplane off the show right now,
I'm going to
This
court
is
like you,
embarrassing.
Drizzy. I'm going to court.
Yo, Rosenberg, you got lawyers in your family. You're Jewish.
you know what, bro?
We got plenty.
At least Rosenberg giving energy. He the only one really giving energy to the pod. I know, he be catching a lot of hate. I don't fuck with bro either, but you know what I'm saying? He might be saying a lot of dumb stuff, like, just loud, but at least he's giving energy to the pod. Ebro look confused, and she's on a plane. We're disregarding her until she gets in somewhere that's not on a plane. Like, what's up with the scheduling? Y'all was just doing this on a whim one day?
Who you need?
Line them up. Who wants? Yo, I mean, look, I lost one of my jobs though, so I need that like
No,
good rate.
Right. Well, no. How about this? They only get paid on the win. We need someone who only gets paid on
how
the
much
win.
I gotta give them though? Like 50% or something?
This was a major fail. Their attempt to go viral was a fail because I think in a ideal world they would want for people to include the picture of Drake DMing Ebro, but also include the podcast clip so that can go viral and some attention can come back on the podcast. That's not what happened whatsoever. When people actually reposted Drake DMing Ebro, they just screenshot it and cropped the picture. Much of the viral posts you see online, probably 100% of them, I haven't seen not one where it's an actual clip of Ebro talking about it or any mention of their podcast. It's simply Drake just DMing Ebro from like letting Ebro know this. So even that didn't work. And I'll be real, they're making much of the same mistake like during this podcast that they made over the last decade or so. People are tapping in to hear you guys give measured opinions, real opinions. Like, you're no longer with the infrastructure, so you don't really have to like pretend or don't really have to lie on people, don't really have to make the same mistakes. Because I understand if you're with like an infrastructure or like a conglomerate, you kind of have to give takes, but also give takes that also fall in line with whatever the infrastructure wants. But this time around, you're independent. You can be fair. You can be objective. You don't have to be biased.
Like, you know what they say, man? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. But they too far gone. They don't even know how to do this on their own as they're showing. They've had all this set up for them this entire time. How are they supposed to just flip the switch and just know how to run it on their own? Like, they not Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? They can't just hop in the studio and do what they do without having all that set up for them. Because they've been doing that for 20 years. Like, come on, bro. Not to shoot them no veil or nothing.
Watch their podcast.
I mean, they could if
they're still lying.
If they really tried, they could. Like I said, this is their fault that they don't. But you know what I'm saying?
On Drake, like they're
They
still
don't.
calling Drake right wing, even though in the same breath they are admitting they have no proof whatsoever that Drake is right wing. You think you're about to have a famous podcast by just lying on people? Like, you admit in your same breath that you're lying on them.
And I said that's because Drake is right wing, and so is Sack. I called him Sack.
I like that too.
And so the community notes, readers added context. That's my favorite on X. Drake has never openly said which side of the political aisle he is on. However, there are times when he has openly supported left-wing causes, and so then everybody put up causes he supported, left-wing causes he supported. I don't. What's a left-wing cause? Charity?
I mean, I think he's. I'll put it this way. I think you're oversimplifying if you say Drake's right wing. Like, I get why you did it, and I do go. But yeah, like, he was on the artists for ceasefire list. Like, he does do things that are not in line with right wing, and he definitely didn't used to be. If he is that, it's definitely...
Marjorie Taylor Greene is currently on the politicians for ceasefire. Is she not right wing?
It's nonsense like this that turn people off from your podcast in the first place. Like, why not just give your take, get the news? like you having these ulterior motives. Like, come on,
He
bro.
gonna
Like,
die in the
clearly
hill
Drake is
too.
not right wing, right? Like Drake history shows he's not right wing. Right? Drake has never campaigned for anybody. Right? I think the only time I ever seen Drake mention a politician was Obama. Right? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of this? Are you guys gonna give this podcast a try? I gave it a try. I didn't like it. Maybe
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna give it a try. I mean, if a clip come across my feed and I like it, cool. If somebody come on the show that I really want to hear from, which highly likely, but if it happens, maybe. But I promise you, I would never be searching up the Ebro in the Morning podcast, and that's no hate for real, cause I'm not even a hater. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all. Y'all like and subscribe. Yeah.